A gran claims she captured two Chinese ghosts on an innocent photograph of her daughter. Jane Cunningham was snapping pictures of her family at the V&A Museum of Childhood and didn't see anything amiss. But when she got back and looked at the day's iPhone pictures, she noticed two small Chinese girls in the background, apparently peering out of a window. The photograph appears to show the two small women looking towards the camera, with one half submerged in the wall, even though the room they were in was empty. And now Ms. Cunningham is convinced she has caught spirits from the other side on film. The 53-year-old said of her trip to the museum in Bethnal Green, East London, "I did not expect to see these spirits at all. It was really crazy. My daughter asked me to take some photographs of her, and it was not until several hours later that we realized these strange people were in the photograph. It was a really rainy day and there was no one outdoors. These two Oriental women are very tiny and clearly dressed in outfits from another era. You cannot see the one inside the wall and can just see her face, but the one that was in frills was half in and half out the building. It was very out of place as everyone had anoraks on and hoods because it was a rainy day. That is what fascinated me so much." Alongside the two female ghosts, Ms. Cunningham also saw a purple orb in the shape of a skull on another picture. She went on, "The skull above was really quite frightening because it showed that maybe the girls had been tortured or maybe had lived in a horrible situation back then during the 17th century. They had to work day and night, doing such intricate work." The fandoms were located in the west wing of the building, in the area designated for the storage of visitors' prams and buggies. The room is completely plain and there are no pictures on the walls or displays whatsoever. Ms. Cunningham, of Stockwell, South London, added, "The building was chocker that day, so we had to take our pram around with us, so there was simply no room for humans to be in that room. It was crazy because the whole area was chock-a-block with prams, and it was a grey and miserable day, so it's just incredible that someone would be looking through the window like that, half in and half out." The sight of the spectral visitors inspired Ms. Cunningham to conduct research into the area and the museum in particular. She said, "Because I am spiritual, I was motivated to undertake research to find out more about these girls. These girls were spirits and they were trying to come through. I did a bit of research and found out that during the 17th century the building was owned by the gentry, but they couldn't afford to complete its decoration. It essentially became the women's prison then, housing women to finish off the decoration and building. So I presume these women were part of that society in that prison from the Orient, and they were trying to come through to me and show me they were there." Ms. Cunningham admits to being a spiritual person who has seen phantoms and ghosts of family members since the age of 16, including her grandmother. She said, "My house now has a 7-year-old little girl who wasn't going anywhere until I identified her. I didn't know her and could not recognize her, so she was just a nuisance really. It was not until my boyfriend recognized her that she went." She hasn't returned to the museum yet, but is excited to visit to check out the area again. She reached out to both the V&A Museum of Childhood and the V&A Museum but has not heard back. The museum was founded in 1872 as the Bethnal Green Museum and now houses the largest collection of childhood objects in the UK. The museum has been approached for comment.